The Sports Scouting Report with Lee Burkeen, brought to you by Harvey Autos in Shreveport, Bossier City, the name you've trusted for years. Geico, the insurance savings you expect. Supreme Chevrolet, expect more from Supreme Automotive Group and Gonzalez. Total Car Care, tire shop and automotive repair in Baton Rouge. Bollinger Shipyards, 75 years of delivering high-quality vessels. Here's your host, Lee Burkeen.
Hi everyone, Lee Burkeen with the Sports Scouting Report podcast. We've got a great show today. It's going to be Northwood High School in Shreveport. The coach, Austin Brown, joins us, and he's got his quarterback that's going to join us later and his stud linebacker. They're both seniors coming up, class of 224 players. Austin's done an incredible job at Northwood. They had their largest recruiting class in the history of the school this past year with 6 kids signing scholarships, which is amazing. They've never had more than 1 or 2 in a season signed. They had 6 under Coach Brown's leadership. We're going to talk about that much more. And his background, how Coach Brown came to Louisiana, and it involves Northwestern State, the Demons in Natchitoches, Louisiana. We'll be right back.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Welcome back. Lee Burkeen, host of the Sports Scouting Report podcast. We're at Harvey Toyota in Bossier City, Louisiana. Tommy's a great guy, the owner of the dealership. Actually, I'm getting a vehicle today, an SUV. It came in, a Highlander. I had a 12-year-old car, Coach. I think it had 297,000 miles on it. Oh, wow. It was telling me, I'm going to blow up, and you better get something else. And so, great place, and appreciate you being here, man.
Thank you for having us.
Coach, I talked to you on the phone a few times, and watching what you've done in a short time at Northwood is incredible. Seeing 6 of your players sign last year. One went to Indiana, one went to Memphis. Moss, it's unbelievable. You had a Kennedy sign, Louisiana Tech, big-time lineman. You had another lineman sign that was a big-time player last year.
Full ride at LC, and wide receiver at LC.
Unbelievable. And then you got a couple others that could still go somewhere.
Mason's at Kilgore. He had a couple of Division I preferred walk-on spots, and then Quintavian White is at Lane College.
Great running back that played for you. You had two great backs. Tell everybody, I know the story, you told me the story on the phone, but we all like move or have jobs and leave different states, but you came from another state to come to Louisiana.
Yeah, so I'm from Oklahoma. Love it there. It's a totally different, in fact, the first time my wife went to Oklahoma, we get into the state, west side of the state, and she was astonished how far you could see how flat it was. There were no big pine trees or anything. And so I came down to Northwestern State and coached at Northwestern State under Bradley Del Pivito, which was an experience in and of itself.
That's an experience.
It's the best possible place to have your first job is to work for somebody like Bradley Del Pivito. It sets the expectations for what it takes to be a successful coach, and I owe him a lot. He's doing a good job at UTEP right now. But I met my wife there, and at Northwestern State, she's a Carthage Bulldog, and she knows all about winning. And, fell in love and fell in love with her and the state of Louisiana. And I love the culture. I love the spice on the food. I go back home and we don't have any flavoring on our food.
But you have barbecue in Oklahoma.
We have barbecue, yeah. So I love it here, and happy to make my life here.
My stepdad's from Muskogee, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And I always hear about Muskogee.
Yeah.
An Okie from Muskogee.
Muskogee. Yeah.
And now you've got the burnt orange Texas outfits at Northwood.
Yeah. My dad will not wear.
He won't?
He won't.
Oh, he's a Sooner.
He's a Sooner fan. So.
I know, because y'all got the exact jerseys. And the helmets look like UT.
Yeah, so he won't. He'll wear white shirts, he'll wear black shirts, gray shirts, but he will not wear orange. Yeah.
Now, he don't do the horns down, does he?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I've already taught my 4-year-old daughter,
Whoa.
3-year-old daughter.
Whoa. He's serious.
Yes.
He goes back to the Wilkerson days, probably, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break, come back, we're going to have more with Coach Austin Brown, and later in the show, his quarterback, Hutson Hearron, who's a sleeper quarterback, a senior this year, was a punter last year.
All-state punter.
And now he's the head quarterback because they had a quarterback last year that was pretty good. And then they got a stud linebacker that is very underrated for Louisiana. We'll be right back.
Supreme Chevrolet. Expect more from Supreme Automotive Group and Gonzalez.
Welcome back. Lieber King, the Sports Scouting Report podcast. We're at Harvey Toyota in Bossier City, Louisiana. We're using one of their break rooms. We actually have it blocked off where people can't come up until we're done. And we've got Coach here, Austin Brown from Northwood. Now, there's a Northwood Lena in the Flatwoods by Natchitoches. This is Northwood High School if you're not from the Shreveport-Bossier area, but Shreveport, Louisiana, right, Coach? We don't want them to get confused.
We're Shreveport. We're Blanchard.
Blanchard, Louisiana.
A little bit outside of Shreveport.
Vivian,
Yeah.
right? A little bit.
A little south of Vivian.
Vivian.
Yeah.
Quarterback, Hearron,
Yeah.
6'3", 215.
Yeah, big boy. Honestly, he's good enough to play quarterback at most of the schools the last couple of years in the area. We just had a
Good player.
a college quarterback in front of him that was a big boy, 6'4", 220, Mason Welch. So Hutson is, we're not going to have a drop-off at the quarterback position. Hudson's more of a baseball player, pull it out of the hip and make some plays off schedule. Great arm, on time and accurate. And he's got a certain charisma about him. He's Blanchard through and through, third generation All-State player. So it means more. It means more to the community. The community loves him. His parents, grandparents,
Whole family.
uncle, they're deep in the community. So we're expecting big things. You can see how much it means to him to be at practice every day. You can see what it means to wear the barn orange. And, we expect that to show out in the games as well.
I want to ask you this. So there's a lot of quarterbacks that are good in the state, a lot of them in the city. Not a lot of good punters in the state.
Yeah.
You know this. It's hard to find a good punter.
Yeah.
What do you think of his punting for college?
He's got a chance. There's been a couple schools. I tell you what, we ended up going throughout the season in plus territory punting the ball because he could get it inside the 10, and it was to make a high school offense go 90 yards is almost
Tough.
impossible
Yeah.
to do without making a mistake, and so he was a weapon last year, and I think I know I'm biased here, but
Yeah.
I think he's the best quarterback in the area. Nobody knows about him. And he's also obviously the best punter in the area, I believe, too.
6'3", 215 pounds. Heck, if he ends up being a punter, that's Ray Guy size, Coach.
Yeah.
Donnie Jones, who's one of my friends who played 15 years in the NFL LSU, that's his size. Talk about your linebacker that's going to come on later, who he's not the prototype, but he's a football player. He is like a tackling machine.
Yeah, Jeremiah Reed, 5'10", 215. He
can run.
Unanimous all-district, unanimous all-city last year. Actually got more votes for all-district than Marjavius Moss did. And
That's crazy.
Marjavius had 25 offers, so.
And he had, what, like 30 interceptions in his career, like Moss did?
21, I think.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so Jeremiah Reed's just a football-playing young man. He's not, as a freshman, we had to get on him about hitting the, freshmen come to practice, and then, we had to get on to him about his physicality, but he's honed that in, and I think he's one of the best players in this area on the defensive side of the ball.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, I want to talk about updates on you guys that signed with colleges. You told me you're DN at Indiana. Moss at Memphis is already tearing it up.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you about that when we come back. Got more with Austin Brown, the head coach, Northwood High School. We'll be right back.
Total Car Care, tire shop and automotive repair in Baton Rouge.
Welcome back. Lieber King with the Sports Scouting Report podcast. We're back with Coach Brown with Northwood High School in Blanchard, Louisiana, and Shreveport area here. And we talked about his quarterback. We talked about Jeremiah Reed, his linebacker. They're both class of 224 seniors upcoming. Hutson Hearron is all-state punter, 6'3", 215. And I want to talk about the guys that signed this past year that are already tearing it up at colleges. Coach, Moss, your corner, who I thought was the best corner in the state. I was writing with Doug Ireland with the Shreveport-Bossier Journal, and I remember doing a write-up on him. First of all, I just loved the kid on how he was really helping me, getting back with me on the article. Not something 16-year-olds do, but he was so perfectionist on getting me all his stuff. Yeah. And he was in Minnesota on a visit, typing back to me. Yeah. Moss, I really appreciate that. He's like, I'm on a plane, I'm in Minnesota. I'm like, well, cool, you going to Minnesota? He's like, nah, I'm going to Memphis probably. And so he signs with Memphis. And you said already in fall camp he's got, what did he do?
Yeah, so they had a scrimmage Sunday. He had a pick 6 and 2 sacks. He's running at the nickel position, getting some playing time in the first half of the depth chart. And, we expect big things. That's who he's been since freshman year. Freshman year, he came in with 49 tackles and 5 interceptions as a true freshman in high school. He's one of the best human beings I've ever been around, and he's one heck of a football player as well.
We can't tell the whole story, but the short part of it is he survived a dangerous vehicle, an accident in his senior year, he told me.
Yeah, so he already plays like a superhero on the field, and we started calling him Superman afterwards. He taking his brothers and sisters to school one morning, and car was acting up, and gets out of the car, and 10 seconds later gets swiped by a car going down the highway. Flew off to the ditch. We show up at the hospital, and he's up walking around. Took a couple weeks off. Missed the camp season that summer, going into his.
That's a miracle,
year.
Coach. That's
a. And you would have never known
that happened.
So when we say God's got big plans for you after that, so we're happy to see those plans come to fruition.
Special kid. I wouldn't be surprised if he's an All-American this year as a freshman for Memphis.
I think he's going to get a lot of playing time.
Reminds me of another Shreveport DB coach, Davis White from Green Oaks. Very same kind of guy.
Davis played every position on the field,
Yeah.
too. Moss was the same way. I truly think Moss was the best football player in Louisiana last year.
I don't disagree. I mean, he was
up at any position he could play.
Definitely athlete. He was incredible, man. And your DN is at Indiana, your big DN.
Doing well. When you go to the Big Ten, there is a learning gap. There's a lot of size. But he's, their coach, D-line coach, called me and texted me, and he's probably the best freshman athlete they've had in a few years there at the outside linebacker DN position.
6'4", what, 250?
Yeah, left school here about 240, but he's going to come back from Christian probably 250, 255.
Long though, long.
Yeah, basketball player.
Coach, keep doing a good job, man. You've done a phenomenal job with these kids. You've developed them. And I think out of the, if you had 30 players, it seems like all of them can play college ball.
Yeah.
Or they just look like they can because of the effort they show on the field.
Yeah, we pride ourselves on call ourselves the Dirty 30. We don't have
a lot of guys.
We don't have a lot of guys on the team, but every single one of them that is on the team can play football.
Appreciate you joining us today. Appreciate it. Austin Brown, the head coach at Northwood High School in Shreveport, Blanchard, Louisiana, and go check them out. They got a lot of good players at the high school. Hope you enjoyed the show. Again, subscribe to the show, and we'll see you next on our next show.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Welcome back. You saw Coach Brown with Northwood, and now we got his two of his recruits. He's got other players that can play college ball, but we thought, and I asked him, I said, let's get quarterback Hutson Hearron on, who's going to be a senior, because he's been behind a D1 quarterback for 3 years. Mason Welch, who was 6'4", 220, and this kid's 6'3", 215. And then their star linebacker, Jeremiah, we're going to introduce him, he's like a tackling machine, man. This guy sees the ball and I'm going to ask him, and I know it's over 10 tackles a game, at least. And he's got offers from Centenary. Byron Dawson's offered him, and Wood T, and also Louisiana Christian. I want to say Louisiana College, but Louisiana Christian in Pineville. Hutson, thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir.
QB and Jeremiah.
Yes, sir.
Jeremiah, your last name? Reed, man. You got to remember this name, and I got to say it first. Devin White, who I watched at North Webster, was 5'11" on a good day, 240. They list him at 6'1". Trust me, he's 5'10", and he's a first-round pick, playing for the Buccaneers now. You're 4, all-pro. You're 5'10", 215. He weighed 220 in high school.
Yes, sir.
You run 4.5 something.
Yes, sir.
You're a big, to me, I'm just getting it out there. This guy can play I'm not saying he's Devin White. I'm just saying you are D1.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
And you've been offered, you said, by Centenary, Louisiana Christian.
Yes, sir.
And I don't go to Northwood. I have no ties to Northwood.
Yes, sir.
But I'm just saying, just be patient. It's going to happen for you.
Yes, sir. I've been focused on trying to cut down. I've been focused on trying to lose weight down.
Oh, you can run, man. I mean, you're good. Now this color coordination, I've never seen the teal green. I've seen the burnt orange.
Oh yeah.
So you're going to wear this
Yeah,
year?
we actually got some new uniforms for it this year, and hopefully we can bust those out about week 1 or 2.
How do y'all like these?
So this is a big family thing, but my uncle absolutely hates it.
He's old, like
Yeah,
old time
and
from.
he's a Northwood graduate.
Okay.
but I'm a fan of it. I like it. I don't know what Jeremiah thinks of it.
What do you think?
I like the teal. Teal is my new favorite.
It's like Aquaman or
Yeah.
something, huh?
Yeah.
And it's like how the NFL has their color rush. I guess you
Yeah.
call that our color rush.
This is like your Oregon deal, right?
Yeah.
Like Oregon's got every color.
Oh, yeah.
Now I like it. I mean, it's going to look cool. I guess the helmet's going to be white still,
Oh,
right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm not a Texas fan, so I'd rather these, and I'm not a burnt orange guy. I think that our guy filming today is an A&M guy, so he's an Aggie guy. That would be maroon. That was my high school jersey, maroon. I was maroon and white. So, but I do like the burnt orange. I grew up in Baton Rouge, so I can't.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm not a UT guy in Baton Rouge, right?
Absolutely.
Hutson, All-State punter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just
You told me it was one of those things where they just came to you and say, "Okay, that looked good. You want to punt?"
yeah, it kind of started like sophomore year, and then it added on to junior year. They were like, "Hey, not only are you gonna punt, you're gonna go play receiver too, and just go out and figure it out on your own." I'm like, okay, well, guess I'll do it.
Now you're stuck with punting.
Yeah, it started with punting, and now I'm the quarterback.
Now you're the quarterback.
So yeah.
When we come back, I'm going to ask you about colleges again. We're going to have another segment with the kids at Northwood High School in Blanchard, Louisiana, Shreveport. We'll be right back.
Supreme Chevrolet. Expect more from Supreme Automotive Group and Gonzalez.
Welcome back. You're watching the Sports Scouting Report podcast. Be sure to subscribe when they put it up on the screen. Like it, share it. Hope these guys did, and tell all your teammates, because the more we get, we're going to go around the state, do more of this. Actually, I might add it in the future where we can actually walk around the school and walk around the field like they do on ESPN and get a little more creative. And we were doing that at Destrehan and Hahnville, where we filmed all this is something that y'all would like, guys. I was at Destrehan, and Justin Jefferson, y'all know who that is.
Yeah.
So he's like the top receiver in the NFL. When he went to Destrehan, and they got this big old color uniform of him when you come in and pay your tickets. It's like on this big old wall.
Oh wow.
And it's him catching a pass in his purple.
Yeah.
It's Viking. It was real neat. Justin Jefferson, grad of this year.
Yeah.
I think that's cool when the schools do that.
Yeah. We have something like that.
Yeah.
Like Marquez and all of our past guys.
Guys, all their pictures. Isn't that great to see,
yeah.
though?
Yeah.
Like in the locker room and stuff, we got pictures of the guys like Tyler Lunas that we have. We just put a Marjay to this mural.
Yeah.
Well, I think Moss is going to be that guy one day, huh?
Oh yeah, possibly. Yeah, he's having.
At Memphis?
Yeah, he's having him a year.
We were talking about hobbies a minute ago, Hutson, the quarterback, Hearron. What are your hobbies? You said you just like to hang out with?
Well, me and my friends, we just find something to do. We'll go fishing, then we'll go play golf one day or something like that. We'll find something to do around here. So.
School-wise, what do you like, Hutson, with the college stuff?
So I mean, I haven't got any offers, but I mean, I have recruiting. It's going. So, but ULM definitely up there, just because my parents went
Ties.
there. Yeah, and NSU a little bit, and then a little bit of LC too. So.
What major are you leaning to?
Well, I'll probably go into college as going to be a dentist.
Okay.
And then I might come out as a pharmacist. I really like pharmacy.
Somewhere in that where I don't like to go, but yeah, I do it. Yeah, that's good. And what about you, Jeremiah? What do you think? Got an idea?
Of majors, I want to major in sports medicine. I'm like, if football didn't work, I would like to be like a trainer or something. So just
be around the game
just
still.
be around the game.
I think that'd be fun because you're going to be with a team and you know the game, you play the game. Tell me about your tackles. I'm curious to know how many tackles you had last year.
I had 72 tackles last year. I had 72 tackles, 3 picks, 3 forced fumbles.
Didn't you score?
Yes, I scored a pick 6 against big team.
That's not easy to do at 215, right? What do you think of this guy in practice? I mean, he's a stud linebacker. He can cover.
Well, like the other day, so I remember he lost his clothes and like he could tell he's getting mad, and we were like, And my buddy Desmond Harris, one of our better receivers, he goes, "Man, someone find his clothes. I do not want to block him when he's mad." So
Yeah.
yeah, he's a hassle.
So ULM, and you have some offers, like we said, Centenary, Louisiana Christian.
Yes, sir.
We got a long way to go. Season didn't even start. Got to ask you this before we go. Hutson, what do you think of the season? A lot of tough teams, tough district, same old stuff. You know all these kids that you play. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I just like how we haven't lost to North Dakota or Evangel in 2 years, and they're still picked to win district every year. And we're like, what about us?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we haven't lost to them, but like the non-district games, I'm really looking forward to Airline, especially because that game's going to be a shootout.
That's two talent teams.
Oh yeah, we're going to be going like Jay Reed's boxing. It'll be match to match. So.
Now, would you ever try boxing maybe when it's all over?
Man,
Or MMA? What do you think?
I play UFC, so
Yeah.
I like MMA, but I feel like all the kicking and stuff that's out there.
Who's the Irish man that was a title holder? McGregor. Is that guy done yet?
I don't think so, but you know he just
He needs to be done, right?
For steroids.
Isn't that crazy? He's been all kind of stuff.
Yeah, he just got busted for steroids.
Guys, good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks
Hutson,
for having us.
appreciate you, Jeremiah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Support Northwood High School, their new aqua jerseys and shirts here. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for watching the Sports Scouting Report with Lieber King.